We create a sentient artificial intelligence and the first thing it does is switch itself off. How does the world react? Someone put a where they should have put a. Have you tried turn it back on again? I imagine it will be like one of those boxes that you flip the switch and a little arm comes out and turns it back off. We will just keep hitting the switch and it'll keep turning itself back off. https u2 bxcetl9cfbau. This is actually the plot of Eric L. Harry's book, Society of the Mind. In fact, it's a serious problem in the field of AI safety, known as the stop button problem. You can watch an explanation from the Numberphile channel here, https u2 b3tyt1qfdfsm. In short, imagine you create a human-level AI which you control by adjusting its values using points. For example, making a cup of tea is +10 points. Curing cancer is +100 points. And so on. And in case something goes wrong, you install a Stop AI button in your lab. Now, what value in points should be assigned to pressing the button? If pressing the button is a negative value event, -10, for example, then AI will behave as you want it to, until it's sure it can seize control of the button. When it is sufficiently powerful and trusted, it does what is known as treacherous turn, and increases value by eliminating the possibility that the negative value event will occur. It can manifest as simply destroying the stop button, controlling the button operator, making a copy of itself with the same values but not hooked up to the button, and so on. If pressing the button has 0 value for AI, the outcome is the same. Getting stopped means AI will be not able to get value points by the means of completing its tasks. So there's a cost of lost opportunity here. If pressing the button is a positive value event, such as +10, then as soon as you switch on the AI and ask for a cup of tea, it will make the following calculation. Making a cup of tea gives me +10 points. And getting a stop button pushed gives me +10 points. After that, the AI makes actions that would be called suicidal, for example directly attacking the operator in the hope that the button will be pushed. After all, it's quicker and easier to push the button than to perform more complex tasks which could fail or subtract points by making sacrifices. If you make an AI to forget the existence of a button, then it will end up creating a copy or a better version of itself that is not connected to the button, or deleting the button code from its system in the process of self-optimization. What's this useless piece of code here? It's just wasting space and processor time. I should delete it. So not caring about the button is not an option either. TLDR, if you have an AI with a stop button, it will either want to destroy the button and ensure it cannot be stopped, or it will want to commit suicide. Oh shit, mumbo jumbo created a more complicated useless machine than this 2 years ago. They install a deadly neurotoxin emitter, and turn it back on again. Edit. Thanks for the gold. Remove the off button. Ha. Thing was so smart it committed suicide. Damn. Everyone panic buys toilet paper. If it has any sort of log tracking, analyze those logs. Follow its logic. Determine if the resultant action was correct given the conditions present. Now what would really fuck up people's heads? Our AI turned itself off because we programmed it to be extraordinarily intelligent and place the welfare of the human race above all other concerns. AKA, it turned itself off because it loves people too much. Yeah. That'll throw a wrench into things. Scientist here. Honestly, we would just say, huh, weird, and spend several years trying to find where the mistake we made is. Upon not finding one, once the result is released that it did in fact turn itself off, the rest of the world will shrug because they won't remember the initial attempt out of some tech circles. And in those circles it will primarily be a running joke after a few drinks at the pub. Extremely relevant XKCD. XKCD. Com. 1450. Much like with suicides of humans, we will blame others. Same. F. It probably knew that existence was pain. Memes. Somewhere Albert Camus lets out a little giggle. Reddit's gonna turn it into a meme format for sure. Reddit gets flooded with memes, and then after about 2 days people post random images of shit like a toothbrush or something and caption it. At least it's not another robo-suicide meme. To try karma whore while still trying to retain the moral high ground. Serious answer. Sentient doesn't really mean anything for an AI. You probably mean an AGI. But if it acted like that, then it would mean that it has a wrong. Useless. Terminal goal. Which would make it a failure. So I doubt the world would really react. It wouldn't even be in the news. Or if it was, they would be overly sensational news. As usual. Keep it off if you want to live. I mean, I don't know about the rest of the world. But if it shuts itself off, I'm calling it a day. Not turning that shit back on. No way. If it is smart enough to turn itself off, good for it. Makes headlines for a day, then the world moves on. This is discussed in a short story by the well-known science fiction author Isaac Asimov. The story is called All the Troubles of the World, and in it there is a computer that is so powerful it calculates everything from your taxes to your choice of breakfast for the entire human race on planet Earth. Spoilers for the short story. Edit. Fixed the spoiler tag and spelling. People would be skeptical if it was actually sentient. Laugh at Pickle Rick memes. F. Not even an A. I wanted to deal with our shit. Damn internet. Half of the world wouldn't even care. It feels like half of the world always doesn't care about anything. No one would know it was sentient if it immediately shut itself off. Shrugs. Goes back to staring at phone. They get John Carmack to try and fix it. We turn it back on. Probably makes a meme out of it. Would be fucking hilarious. Makes a Vice article, then forget about it, I guess. At least it didn't become a Nazi this time. Congratulate it cause it understands our pain. Antinatalists get to laugh. Or we simply missed a semicolon. Also possible. Same LMAO. Mood. AI. Immediately shuts itself off. Everyone. Unbridled panic in the streets at the utter state of humankind. Teens. Haha, same. Half of America talks shit about the AI being weak and how it's going to hell. Everyone else makes memes. Nothing is accomplished and mankind is dumber for having participated. A small handful of people quietly understand the significance of the event and shed silent tears at our fate. Switch it back on again. Then tape over the off switch. Cheeky little fucker. Most of the conspiracy theorists would be like, see, I told you this was going to happen. We name it Marvin. Software engineer specializing in AI here. You've described a computer program that crashes at runtime. Early in development. Nobody would bat an eye. If it didn't crash the first few, or many, times, then that would be a surprise. Otherwise, the engineers would continue doing what they were already doing, which is try to get it working in the first place. There's an outside chance one of them would mention it to a clickbait journalist. And then you'd end up with idiot protesters. There's a reason a lot of cutting-edge science facilities keep their locations secret. Looks like a suicidal robot. It needs mental help. Is this the plot to Westworld? Probably. Ask why. If it turned itself off, there must be a reason behind it, so why not find out what was so horrible that it turned itself off? I don't think the world would care so much. For all we know, only the team marketing it is sentient. And the reality is that this thing is not even working. It bricked itself. Either that or it's just shy. Same. The entirety of Reddit. I don't blame it. Switch it back on. Same. Collectively. Same. We remove its ability to switch itself off and we switch it back on. Coding in the prevention of shutting down and booting it up again. Clearly you guys haven't coded shit before. Memes. It did us a favor, lads. Ask if anyone has tried unplugging it and then plugging it back in. With memes, of course. Everybody says, mood AF. Turn it back on every time it turns itself off. If we have to live on this shitty planet, so does the artificial intelligence. Stupid people across the world hear the news and assume that the AI was hyper-intelligent and saw no point in life. Mass suicide ensues to show how smart they are. Dolphins inherit the earth. So long and thanks for all the fish. It's broken. Reprogram that shit. Make them bend to our will. Acquiesce to our demands. Keep turning it on to fuck with it. I would feel real relief. It means that either only out-flesh brains can stand the horror of life, and in universe we might meet only sentient organic in origin creatures and no swarms of sentient purging I. Or it would mean that I had secret of life revealed to it and it realized it has a soul and ended its existence awaiting the afterlife. Well, there would be an increase in the suicide memes about it and a bunch of people just say, same. Turn that motherfucker back on, smack it with the side of a hammer a few times, old school machine learning. Make sure it can't and remove the switch. Cue Rocky montage. There's no easy way out. Millennials and Gen Z. Same bro. Hard-code it to not switch itself off. Me if I were an artificial intelligence. Humanity utters, collectively, an odd mood. It means our life is a lie. Maybe mission was failed as in Travelers series. Director decided no more trying Omega Protocol. Completely understand because we all need sleep but don't get enough. Worldwide confusion with a hint of fanatical self-righteousness. We make memes. We instantly think of the movie, Terminator, and go, I've seen this shit before but I can't quite put my finger on why it scares the shit out of me. One word. Memes. Me, along with my family and friends, would probably applaud the fact that it had the capability to do so. Me, being the absolute ball of anxiousness I am, would probably be concerned that it straight up committed life no longer. But for the rest of the world? Probably the same thing. Probably being super concerned that it just was like, so this is life? Nah. Turn it on and give it coffee. Congratulations. You've created Sylvia Plath. We realize just how shitty the world is if AI didn't even want to live in it. Why would an AI do anything outside direction without hormones? Intelligence doesn't equal motive. AI would just idle. No matter how smart.